Hey guys, welcome to my CD collection part number 28. We got this next box of CDs to go, and then we have another one, and then part of one, and then we're completely done with all the CDs. And believe me, I want to move on too. I want to move on to my other parts of my collection. I actually want to move on to my cassettes after my CDs, so you'll get those. So anyway, let's waste no more time. First up, this is a CD that my friend got me. This is Black Sabbath, The Eternal Idol. This is with, I believe, Glenn Hughes on vocals, I want to say. I think it was... Let me double check. Maybe it was... Was it Hughes? Oh, no. This is Tony Martin on vocals. Glenn Hughes was, I believe, before. But yeah, a lot of people don't really give the late 80s Black Sabbath albums a chance. And honestly, I think there's some underrated stuff in some of these albums. I like the song Born to Lose. That's a great song. And I think Tony Martin was a great vocalist in Black Sabbath. Very underrated one, in my opinion. But yeah, I haven't listened to this whole thing in a long time, but I should eventually. But yeah, great album, from what I remember. I don't have every Sabbath album. I have to get the work on that. What is this? The Tea Party. Transmission. I think this was the band that what's his name was in, or at least, am I thinking of the same band? It was like where Nick Cave was. Oh no, that was the birthday party. No, that was the birthday party. Never mind. Yeah, this is something completely different. I think this is like alternative rock. Came out in '97. Yeah. I can't remember too much about it. I do know that my friend got this for me because he wanted me to hear the whole thing. I gotta give it another shot because it's been way too long. But I remember from what I heard of it, it was actually not bad. What is this? A lot of these I got from my friend. What was this? Hydra Head? No. Oh no, Jesu. Yeah, I haven't heard this yet, so I don't know. Looks like to be like kind of like weird alternative rock or something. Is there a booklet in here? Hold on. Oh, it's like a little kind of little insert. Oh, it looks like it's a one-man project. Huh. I usually like one-man projects. They're really, they can be very, well done. But yeah, I gotta get back to listening to that. I have to remove. Oh, I gotta like cover something up. This is Grade with Head First Straight to Hell. I remember this being like, how can I explain this? This is like math rock with like post-hardcore tendencies. Very melancholic sounding. I really like that. It's almost like it was from Victory, of course. Okay, so it kind of reminds me of like something that you would hear in like, I could say a Tony Hawk game, but that'd be a little bit redundant, because it's like, oh, but I really do like this. I haven't heard the entire album, but I do remember really, really liking this. It was interesting, a little bit experimental at times too. Is there a booklet in here? Oh no, I'm stupid. That's just another part of the insert. But yeah, I do recommend this grade if you want something a little more different, and it's got kind of core elements in it, but not that many. What is this? Rhombus? I think it's like some alternative rock kind of stuff I got from a record store. I don't even think this whole thing is even on YouTube, to be honest. I think I got this at a record store close by for like nothing, next to nothing. I gotta put this up on YouTube. I don't think it's... because I like to go to this one specific record store, and I like putting up stuff that's just like not on YouTube. And I think this is one of the albums that wasn't. I remember it being alright though. And there's another one, Burning Bridges, another alternative rock band. 93, huh? Remember this had like weird dust in it. Weird tiki faces. I think it's a local band actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, interesting. I think they may have had a female vocalist, I could be wrong. Intellect Poets, Double Trouble. This is like DJ scratching, kind of like electronic music, like breaks, kind of. It was alright. It's got probably the cheapest album cover I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's a very pixelated back of a record, right? And then this, and then you get to the actual picture. Double Trouble. It's like, what does this have to do with anything? I mean, it's like, it's Windows 98 graphics, so I mean, I remember it being kind of interesting. I'll probably put that up on YouTube. Dripping Goss, Blue Collar Black Future. This is an alt-rock band that was, I believe, from New York. It's notable for being one of the only bands that were signed to the very short-lived CBGB's records, which I didn't even know CBGB's even had a label. Like, I know they signed a couple of bands, but it didn't last too long. I think they only signed like 10 bands or something like that. Yeah, there's the disc. I remember it being semi-decent. I think it might be on YouTube. Look at all the text. Too much text. A lot of these you could I have to really re-listen to it again. What is this? Oh, this is a burned copy of this punk band. What is this? The Sex Machines. Bring It On, Mother Effers. Live at CBGB's. Backup copy. Original disc is screwed. Although, funny enough, when I burnt my original copy, it ripped just fine. And in fact, I can probably even show you. Yeah, here it is. Here's the original. Really cheaply made cover, but you know what? I like that. Yeah, I uploaded this all on YouTube. You know, very kind of like very Motorhead influence, kind of like rock and roll, kind of like if you like Cheerleader, Kill Cheerleader, and some of those bands with a more garage rock feel. You like this. Live at CBGB, March 25th, 2001. Wow. What is this? Oh, Q. Here we go. 17. This is a new metal band from Boston, I believe. Or somewhere in the Massachusetts area. This is really good. I love this band. This came out in 2007. They've had releases before, But this, I think, compiled everything that they recorded before. Or I think they re-recorded some of it. But I was able to find a copy of this on Amazon. I was just like, I really like this. Also, like the singer, she kind of looks like Chloe Sevigny. Yeah, in my opinion. If you haven't heard Q, listen to them. They are so good. They should have lasted longer. They recorded another song after this album, and it was kind of in a different direction. Like, it was kind of like this, but a little more alternative based. And yeah, they just never really moved on. They also have a cover of a David Bowie song here, Afraid of Americans. What is this? Oh, I got this CD from England. This is a... What is this made? 2005? Okay, but it's not... The set's not from 2005. It's a Leftover Crack at Glasgow Cat House in June 19, 2002. It's an entire live set, which I uploaded on YouTube. And it also has this bonus. It's got a couple songs by a band called Killdozer and some other stuff, but it also has Millions of Dead Cops' first album as well, so that's kind of cool. But I bought it mainly for the Leftover Crack set, which, you know, pretty poor quality sounding, but it's Leftover Crack during the what is it, Mediocre Generica era. What else we got? Speaking of David Bowie, Black the White Noise, probably his most experimental album yet. And, you know, when David Bowie experiments, you better believe that it's going to be weird, and he doesn't disappoint. It's probably his most different album, or one of his most different albums. I know, like, every album is different. With David Bowie, you're going to get something different, and this album is just that. So, yeah, I recommend it. If you're into Bowie's more experimental era, absolutely. I need to get more David Bowie in my collection. What else we got? This should not belong here. What is this doing here? It's a tiny tank. I will put that in the side. Electricity, In Here We Fall. Have not heard this yet. But I heard it's like kind of like alternative rock. Looks like it. Came out in 2000? Okay. So it looks like in that vein. What is the disc picture of? I can't even tell. What is this? Oh, it looks like some kind of like... I don't know. Oh! What am I saying? It's obviously weed. See? Right there. He's lighting a joint. Take the booklet out. Why not? Yeah, I gotta listen to this then. I gotta rip this on my computer. In fact, I'll probably do that after I record this video. Guy kind of looks like the dude from, what's the band? Wheatus? Yeah. Which, by the way, you might see later on. Oh, it's one of these booklets. I hate this. I had a problem with this with the Marilyn Manson Hollywood CD. Oh my gosh. No, never mind. I got it, I think. Yeah, I got it. what CD booklets used to be xylophone? Like they looked like accordions. Yeah. Bruce Dickinson, Accident of Birth. I listened to a little bit of this. It's not bad. This is, of course, when he was out of Iron Maiden. 97. I like the song Taking the Queen. Road to Hell's a good song. One of these was a single. I forgot what it was. I think it was Freak, but I could be very well wrong. Yeah, Bruce Dickinson, man. What a voice. Oh, that's a cool picture. I should get that as a poster. There's another picture. Yeah, I feel like a lot of Bruce Dickinson's like solo work is very underrated. A lot of people don't really talk about, like, they always mention Maiden, but they never talk about Dickinson that much. Zuzu's Pedals. This is this is an album my friend, or a band, I should say, my friend Denise got me into. The Music of Your Life. It's kind of like alternative rock. I think they're from Minnesota, I want to say. Yeah, Twin Tone. That's a Minnesota label. I know the singer just died like months ago, which is really sad. I think I got the sealed too. Yeah, really good. If you kind of like that 90s alt rock kind of like sound, like Foo Fighters or Hole, you might dig this then, because I think they put out another album too, but I don't have that. Okay, this is really weird. This is a promo CD from Warner Brothers of this really experimental kind of like comedy rock album called M.O.T. It's kind of, it's like if you put Weird Al, Tenacious D, and all the, you know, or some like the weird stuff Mr. Bungle would do, and put that on the blender. That's what you get with these guys. Pretty weird, but I like it. It's not for production, so I have a digital clone copy. It works though. It's a pretty old. Yeah, that was back when CDRs were gold. But I have it, so there's no difference with that in the released album. Cram Bros. What the heck? Super Caliber Fiesticalistios? I don't freaking know. All I know is that this is a rock band from the 90s that put out this one album, then they broke up. I think you can find it all for free on download, but I don't think it's on YouTube, so yeah. It's not too bad. It's just kind of like whatever. It's kind of like whatever. It was still sealed when I got it too. But yeah, I'll have to listen to it again to have more of an opinion on it. But I remember it just kind of being like, alright. That is not... Why do I have that? That's a exercise DVD. I don't know why I have that. Eveline. Like post-hardcore. What EP is this? I think this is an EP. Yeah. What is postpartum modesty, a portrait of skin? I believe these guys were actually at the Warped Tour back in 2006, 2007. It had the sticker that said it, but of course it got ripped when because the store that I got it from, they like seal their packages in tape or CDs and stuff, so you kind of risk that happening. But I remember this being pretty good. I think they have an album, I don't know, but yeah, there's that. This is a burned CD copy. They never put out these early albums on official CD, so if you're wondering, oh, you got an official copy of it? No, it's not. It's a burnt copy I got from a record store. But it's Pantera, Metal Magic. The first Pantera album, pre-Phil Anselmo. This is with Terry Glaze on vocals. And you know what? I'm going to admit something right now. I actually really, really like the 80s, the early 80s era Pantera stuff. I know people like pretend they didn't exist. I mean, hell, Rex himself even hates this era and doesn't even want these albums reissued, but I think there's a charm to them. They were young, obviously. Local Texas band, but I think they were great. Very underrated stuff. If you like ignore like some of the 80s metal tropes, because believe me, there are quite a few of those in here, I think you'll like this. And there's nothing in the booklet. I think it's just like, yeah, it's just, yeah, they never put these albums on CD. So I think what this is actually a cassette rip. I think the only 80s album to get an official release was it was the first album with Phil Anselmo, Power Metal. I think that was what it was called. I think I showed this in another CD collection. Hold on, my leg is getting tired. I hate, I love doing these videos, but at the same time I need to. Oh wow, my leg's really tired. This is what is this? Oh, Danny's World. This is from a YouTuber. His name is Mr. Mooney1235, and he recorded this album in like 2011. And I burned the album. It's actually not bad though. It's like acoustic stuff, indie rock. I really like it. Focus camera. I know I shouldn't do. Okay, here we go. Agnes Gooch. Blind. A band that put out this one album and then just disappeared. I think this actually might be a promo copy too. Yeah, it is. For promotional use only. Return to the album label if found. It's like, yeah, or we could just donate it to a record store. Like nothing. Like the record label will even care about a band they don't even have signed anymore. But I remember this being kind of decent. I think they're from the LA area. I could be wrong though. This is actually some pretty decent pop punk. I got this at FYE near my area. This is self-titled. This is from 1999. If you like Sum 41 and Blink-182, this will absolutely fit right at home. And I don't even think this is even on YouTube. So, once again, I gotta put this album on YouTube. Self-titled. Yeah, Brody Cagstar. That's what the band is. There's something about 90s pop punk I kind of have a soft spot for. Is it whiny? Yes. Is it kind of outdated? You know what? I mean, pop punk's still kind of a thing. I would say so. I mean, Warped Tour's coming back, so I mean, perfect timing, I guess. Roller. If you like bands like Zeke, you will absolutely love this band. I don't even think, another band I don't even think is even on YouTube. I have to censor that. Do I have to censor this? Let me have to... No, I don't. No, wait. Yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah, very Zeke-footed. Roller, great band from Texas, of course. That's where all the seems like the southern states. That's where a lot of those like crazy rock and roll kind of Motorhead influenced bands come from. Speaking of Texas, The Devil's Level, Bad Day at the Office. This was a... Oh no, they're from Missouri. Never mind. This is from my friend. My friend sent this to me for free because this is his side project. He's in a band called Without MF Order, but this was a side project he did called The Devil's Level. It's actually not bad. Oh no, Greg, that's his name. Focus camera. Yeah, Greg. St. Louis, Missouri. Let me get the disc out. Yeah, he was cool. He had the whole band sign it to me and send it me for free. So, yeah. If you're watching this, well, Greg doesn't know about my YouTube channel, but yeah. And that's the signed back. Oh, sorry about that. Anyway. So yeah, these guys are from, like I said, Missouri, and there's the address right there. And here's the other band that my friend Greg was in, Without MF Order. And also here, I think this is actually a poster. I don't know if of a flyer, I think? Oh no. Just the Devil's Level flyer. That's cool. So I gotta keep that in there. Yeah, if you want some great, rock and roll, kind of like alt rock from Missouri, and yeah, check out The Devil's Level. I think they're actually putting out something else as or recording something else. So yeah. The Powerpuff Girls. Heroes and Villains. Music inspired by the Powerpuff Girls. I got this for $1. It's beyond scratched up. I think this is actually out of print now that I think about it. But it's got songs. It's got it's a soundtrack, but it's not. Like, it's got songs from like some songs from the show, but it's mainly other bands doing songs with lyrics that relate to the Powerpuff Girls. Like, for example, and a lot of these they actually made music videos for, which you would see on various VHS tapes for Powerpuff Girls and DVDs, and also they would air them on TV once in a while. Like the Apples in Stereo do song "Signal in the Sky," "Pray for the Girls" done by Frank Black, "Go Monkey Go" Devo, "Buttercup I'm a Supergirl," that's a great song by Show and Knife, "Fight the Power" by Biss, which is weird. And they also do the Powerpuff Girls theme. They're an Irish band, I believe. Yeah, this is like really scratched up, but it still plays. I know it's also, I think, on vinyl, I want to say. But yeah, this is classic Powerpuff Girls right here. Mojo Jojo. Walk and Chew Gum. The mayor. But yeah, if you're a Powerpuff Girls fan, get it. And for those who are asking if I'm excited for the new Powerpuff Girls show, I actually am. Because, for once, Craig McCracken is actually working on it. I hate... This is a really poor condition booklet, so it's like... Okay, I got it in, kinda. Yeah, Craig McCracken's working on the new Powerpuff Girls, and I am so looking forward to it. Corpus. Kind of like weird industrial, kind of like death metal, kind of. It's kind of weird. Syndrome. It's a weird way to spell syndrome. I know that's not disc rot, that's just this design of the case, see? I know that, like, if you look at that, that's like, sort of a, it could be a note, like a way, like, what am I trying to say? It looks like disc rot, because I've seen disc rot look like that, but that's not disc rot on my copy, so... What is this? Oh, it was just a photo just from a disc. This is like weird industrial kind of music. This is System Vertigo by Andy Farley. Or Fairley? I don't know. Like weird early industrial from the 90s. Like not industrial metal or industrial rock, but like just pure industrial music. With like... No, actually, you know what? I guess you could consider it somewhat industrial rock in this case. It's got elements of that for sure. When did this come out? 92? Yeah, okay. Hate Department. My friend John sent me this one. Neurotic Records. Kind of like industrial rock kind of stuff. Omnipresent. Underrated. I think they have some other stuff too, but I could be wrong. You got lyrics. Live pictures. That's cool. I think they're in a couple of soundtracks now that I think about it. Is there art in the back of the disc? I think there is. Okay, that's cool. Not Hot Like a Robot. This is like early 2000s alt rock. The Evil EP. Yeah, this band did not last at all. What was it, 2003? It's not bad. You know, it's kind of like your run-of-the-mill kind of alt rock, kind of garage rock kind of feel. If they have a full length, I don't know about it. Maybe I should look into that. I haven't heard this yet, so I don't have an opinion on it. Cybele Vane. They were signed to Island, so I assume it was like, you know, they were at least somewhat big enough to get signed to the label at one point. I think it's their only album, though. I like that cartoony kind of background. Like, you would think they would like look like kind of like... Oh, I can't... Can I show these? I mean, it's really cool drawings, but I don't want to... I could show these. Anything? Oh, yeah, I definitely can't show that. No. I'm trying to be careful with what I show on YouTube. Yeah. But I've gotten lucky so far, so I mean, I don't know what it is, so. Janet Robbins, All the Worlds. I think this chick tried to kind of sound like sort of Alanis Morissette. Kind of like, but more like indie rock. Yeah. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I bought it for $1, you know. I don't think it's on YouTube either. I might have to upload this to YouTube. What is this? Demon Dog Publishing. When did this come out? It was around the late 90s. Freemasonry. Sparing with the Varmint. I have no clue. I haven't heard this. I like the design of the disc though. It might be good. Like it's in a blue case. I have to check this out. A lot of these I have yet to just upload on YouTube. So like some of it I've listened to, some of it I've kind of like barely, you know. This I have though, Mineral, The Power of Failing. I know these guys are like sort of like an indie rock band, alternative rock. They've got a sort of an emo tone to them, although I know they would hate to be called that, but you know, it's got that thing to it. Very melancholic sounding, which is the way I like it. I know they have many other releases too. Yeah, love Mineral. Great band. Is there a song I could recommend? Parking Lot, probably. It's a great song. Oh no. They're falling over. What is this? Another one I haven't heard too much. Smart Brown Handbag. Little Things Are Everything. I think it's another one of those like alt rock bands kinda. I think they're local as well. I need to change the thing on my camera because it like sets it always whenever I like put this battery in, it always sets it to like have the lights dim. I don't know, maybe it's something to save power. Alright, Master-Slave Relationship, The Lubricous Love. This chick was sort of like trying to be Lydia Lunch. It's very much in the vein of like Lydia Lunch. This is like industrial era. You know, so it's like it's very it's interesting, to say the least. Is there a booklet? No, it's just a insert. But yeah, very weird kind of experimental industrial kind of music. I think there's other releases, but I haven't heard those. That's actually a CD of a vinyl from the 80s that was like limited edition. Mundane, Seed. I've always seen this album cover, but I've never actually listened to the whole thing. If I were to take a guess what this is, it's like grunge. Grungy kind of alt metal. I mean, it's from 93, so it's probably a good guess. Here's the disc. Okay. Tell you, this I can tell you a lot about. Der Wurst of Tommy Kazoo. This guy, okay. This guy, I found this CD at a Goodwill near me, and it's got the weirdest album cover I've ever seen. You know what who this guy is? This is a guy who makes, I'm not even joking, he makes guitars and like guitar designs, and he made this one album you could barely find any information on, and I uploaded it to YouTube. And it's like comedy rock almost. He put out this one album. His name's Tommy something in real life, but he actually makes guitars, and he's still in business too. So I kind of want to like think about making a video, like give him a call saying, "Hey, I found your album," and it's on YouTube. He does a cover of what was it? Solitary Man, which is actually a not bad cover. Be There Tonight, which is alright. Meat Cleaver put out, kind of weird, you know, kind of like, he's just like very self-aware kind of stuff. Like there's a song about him trying to like him stalking this one girl, and he was like, wait, you know, it's really weird. Yeah, I hear it. And Cro-Magnon Man, jeez, they made a video for that, and in fact, I'll show you. There's the disc. My copy actually came with a DVD of the music video, which you can actually find on YouTube. It's something. Tom Reiser, that's his real name. So he's something for sure. It's kind of one of those things in my collection I just kind of look at and be like, what was his mind process when he made that? Or thought process, excuse me. Delta 9, level 4 to third kind. Really weird experimental rap from the late 90s. Very much has a vibe of like black metal. Like, well, not black metal, but like it's obviously not even black metal, but it's got that black metal sort of vibe, I guess you could say, before a lot of trendy rappers did it nowadays. Very underground kind of stuff. When I got the album, it was sealed in this little thing, so I kept it inside. Yeah, folds out, kind of weird. I might put this on YouTube if anyone's interested. Oh yeah. This is weird. I don't think I've ever actually opened the actual, like, booklet to see this. That is frickin' freaky. But you know what? I like kind of like that kind of weird stuff. I mean, it was the late 90s, you know, people were experimenting with all kinds of drugs, so there you go. I'll put it up if, you know, I think you could get a copy of that for like $15, I think. This is a demo of this one band, I think from, where are they from? I think Portland area. This is their demo. They were called Rhythm Eclipse. They changed their name to something else, but it's like covers of a bunch of other songs. Like they cover Brick House, and they cover Another Brick in the Wall. It's not bad. I don't think it's, I think I may have put it on YouTube. I don't know. If it's not, then I'll put it up. You can't find anything of that band. If you like look up the members, you'll find like what they did later on, but they did change their name. That's how I kind of found out. Vinyl film. This is some great alt rock right here. I don't want to call it. How do I describe it? It's kind of like, it's post-hardcore rock. Sort. It's not. How do I don't want to say it's emo either, because it's like, it's really not. It's really not emo, but it's really good. You know, Vinyl film. They're local. I gotta put this whole thing on YouTube because it's actually really good. But yeah, that's Vinyl film. Cheese. Now this is actually a bootleg copy of this, or maybe in the first release. I don't know. I think it's a bootleg copy. This is a new metal band from, I think, Spain or Mexico, one of the two. This is their EP. Or it's not, I don't think it's one of their albums. I think it was their EP. They're called Queso, though, not Cheese, because they went with cheese and queso. I think this is when they were called Queso. In fact, I think it's on the disc. Oh no, maybe it is. But yeah, that's the disc artwork. It's obviously it's a bootleg of it. It reminds me a lot of Soulfly. Like the vocalist reminds me a lot of Max Cavalera. Very weird too. Roxy Music. I know this band because my cousin made a compilation on a cassette tape, and this is one of the bands that was on it. And then my friend John gave me a copy of their best of. So yeah, Roxy Music are cool. They were like kind of like want to be themselves. Like they didn't want to be part of the grain, but they didn't want to be too trendy either, which I respect. Yeah, Roxy Music. Keppel, what is this? Kalapex. I think that's all in Swedish. Or Romanian, I don't know. This is a heavy metal band from the mid-2000s, which are pretty good. They're all speaking in their own language, but I can vibe with the music a lot. If you like 80s kind of like heavy metal, oh man, will you love this. I think they have a bunch of other albums too. It's funny, I rarely ever get CDs from other countries that have different languages and stuff. So it's got their album, and then it's got a bonus disc from the record label. What is this? Metal and Hard Rock Hammer World has a bunch of other bands. So you got Leatherwolf, Wendigo, Vovoid, who I know of, Tierra Santa, Overdream, Mended, Manahai, Replica, Chrome Division, Skinless, Stereochrist, Brainstorm, Celador, Aggregator, Thunderbolt, Necrophobic, Calicut Decapitation, and Cold Seed. And I know a couple of those bands, so that's kind of cool. Gun, Swagger, another one of those kind of like alt rock bands from the late 90s. Oh, they were signed to A&M. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, they were. Oh, that is not good. I gotta fix that CD case. It's just laying in there. Yeah, this whole thing is just a mess. But yeah, I'll show you the booklet. It sucks too. You know what really sucks when you get an album and it has the hype sticker on it, and the case that has the hype sticker on it breaks, like the front of it. Oh wait, maybe something in the... Yeah, it is broken. I hate that. I hate that so much. Like, it has the hype sticker on there, but it's broken. That really sucks. I think my copy of Edema was like that. I mean, it's not a deal breaker or anything like that, but you know, you want to keep the hype stickers. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I like keeping hype stickers. Honest Engine Combustion, released in '95. Local band from the whenever area I bought this. I think it's on Discogs. I'm pretty sure it's on Discogs. I think I should put that up. I'll show that in a second. Two-Ton Boa. This is a weird kind of like... how do I even describe them? It's not rock, but it's... I don't know how to describe it. It's indie folk, maybe? They have a little paper right there. It's like folky kind of stuff. I don't know how to completely describe it. I remember it was interesting. Like if you like kind of like those like folk kind of folky experimental kind of bands, you probably would dig this. Yeah, they have I think they have a couple other releases too. I think it's on YouTube, that album as well. Soil. Scars. Not everyone likes Soil, I understand. I do dig them though. This is like one of the few Soil albums I like. This and the album that came out in like 2006 or whatever, that has a bunch of guest vocalists. Yeah, this isn't too bad at all. I actually like this. And what's his name? The singer? He's actually now in Drowning Pool again. So he's doing two bands at once. So yeah, this guy, Ryan. Yeah, he's in Drowning Pool again, which could be interesting. If you haven't checked out Soil, they're pretty good. It's kind of like a third-rate nu metal band or music or whatever, but it's not bad. They hate us. The friggin' remaster. Can I show any of these pictures? Okay, yeah, sure. This is a band, this is a punk band from Connecticut that was, or no, maybe they're from New York. Okay, probably Connecticut, I think. They were fronted by his name's Paul P.P. Duvet. He was also in a bunch of, he was also the singer of the Murder Junkies, you know, Gigi Allen's last band. He was the last singer. This guy, and this is his band before the Murder Junkies. It's their first album, but it's got some like extra stuff, so it's got live tracks. 12, my 20-minute 12-ounce friend. Kind of like, you know, very raw stuff. So, yeah, Yeah, I think some copies of this should be up on what's the word I'm looking for? Discogs. You won't find it on YouTube at all. Because this is one of the few releases. The singer doesn't want it up online. I don't know. Maybe there's rights issues or something. Because I've talked to the singer before on eBay, because he's usually selling stuff on there. He signed a lot of stuff for me, so he's a good dude. But yeah, if you are into really raw punk rock, check out They Hate Us. Liquid Groove, live at the Velvet Lounge. I think this actually might be their first album. It's a live album. Although, to be fair, it's kind of like alt rock, by the way. To be fair, there have been a couple of bands that have their first releases were live albums. I mean, Guns N' Roses and Primus are a couple examples. I think it might be on YouTube. Last I checked, was. If it's not, then yeah. Duran Duran, Notorious. Got some 80s synth pop music. Very popular. I know I've heard at least some of these songs on the radio, because they constantly play Duran Duran on the oldies stations where I'm at. This is an original pressing too from the 80s. If you like kind of like 80s synth pop, you'll like Duran Duran. I mean, I think everyone's heard of Duran Duran at this point. I don't think I've ever even put this up. Chrissy DePowell and the Honey Escape. It's like indie rock. Is this like Christian? Yeah, I guess it's somewhat Christian. Sometimes I like getting these Christian kind of indie CDs. I remember it being alright. I got a couple others like that. 2 Months, Bender. Haven't heard it, can't tell you a thing about it. Although the back cover is pretty cool though, with the eye. I'm guessing it's just like another alt-rock kind of album. The Mission. My friend told me this is like The Cure, and I think I've heard like a couple songs, and I actually really like this. It's from 1990? Yeah, 1990, I think. It's very Cure-esque. I really like it. I haven't heard the whole thing, though. But it's kind of like that goth rock kind of early vibe. But it's funny, they don't even look goth rock. But they kind of play this similar music. Oh, by the way, the album is called The Mission. What does that say? Carve the Insane? I don't know. Default, The Fallout. More obscure alt-rock. I think my friend gave me this as well. I actually want to check that out later on. Because if it's good, I'll listen to it. When did this come out? 2001? Okay. They might have put something else out. But I don't know. Okay, we got a couple more left. Another kind of like weird alt-rock band. garage rock. What is this? DB9D9. Another CD I got at the record store for like dirt cheap. I don't even think this is on YouTube. And if it isn't, I'll have to upload it. The singer kind of reminds me of a young Glenn Danzig, though. You know, skinnier, though. Not saying any more than that. What is this? Maintenance Angels? Oh, The Enon and the Algorithms. Can't tell you a thing about this. It's probably like another alt-rock kind of thing, I would imagine. If it's not on YouTube, guess what? It's gotta go on. I just have to scan everything and just put it all up, and that's just gonna be a pain. Fauno, Too Broken to Break. This was, what was this? I think it was a British band. This is their only album. I don't know, I found this at the record store in the dollar section. Yeah. I think I tried listening to it once and it was just like, I don't know. But I think I was in a bad mood, so I'll try to listen to that again. I can tell you something that is awesome, though, that's not on YouTube. New London, A Portrait of the Aftermath. This is some great alt-rock right here. Even some, like, points of, like, metalcore, even. It's really good. This is really good stuff. True Friends, Bare Hands. This was it was Blind Buy, and man, I'm so glad it was a blind buy, because more people need to hear this. In fact, I'll probably even put this up on YouTube. Like, you could find the individual tracks, I think. I think you could still buy it. But, yeah, more people need to hear this. That's a great... Yeah, check out New London, A Portrait of the Aftermath. We're almost done here. My leg is starting to fall asleep. More alt-rock. Sometimes Sunday Stone. From 1994. It was released, I think I got it only because it was on Tooth and Nail. And I like that label. They're a pretty good label. They had a lot of bands that were signed there that I like. Like, some of the pictures were pretty cool. I remember some of the... Yeah, I remember now. There was like a poster, like a graphic arts, like Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like a graphic novel. That's pretty cool. I gotta listen to this, actually. Yeah, some of these I really have to listen through fully. They actually look pretty cool. Yeah, I had to... It's an old CD, whatever. What else we got? Blue. This is an Australian band. I think, or no, English band. Colored In. Kind of like indie rock. I put this whole thing on YouTube. This is actually pretty good. It's like 3 songs. 1997 demo. It still works. Because usually with these CDs... Oh, it's 2 songs in a live album. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, this is not bad. I don't know what I was doing in the record store near where I was, but hey, cool. It's up on YouTube, so it's archived forever. Yeah, check out Blue, Colored In. It's like 90s alt rock, like indie rock. This I still have yet to listen to. Armor for Sleep, Dream to Make Believe. I remember it being alright. Like, or, what am I... Well, it looks alright, I should say, because I haven't heard this yet. But it looks very dream-like and very out there, so I have to be in the right mood for that kind of stuff. But you know what? I'm willing to give it a chance. I'll put this away. Show one more CD before we go jump cut, and yeah. Double drive was this 100-yard stare, 1,000-yard stare. I like how they look. Pretty cool. It's also an enhanced CD. Yeah, remember those? When they would like... You could put a CD in your computer and you get extra stuff. So that's cool. But yeah, another CD that my friend got to me, or gave me for nothing, so yeah, I'll check it out. So that's Double Drive, 1,000-yard stare. We got Static X, Project Regeneration Volume 2. I pre-ordered this when it came out, and I got my copy. This is the last Static X, well, it's the last Static X album with like original recordings, because if you don't know the Project Regeneration series, it's basically what they did was they got a bunch of Static X demos with Wayne's vocals, and they redid basically all the guitars and kind of redid all the songs to modernize them. Like, there's some songs in here that have Zero's vocals, and some of them with Wayne's. And there's also a Nine Inch Nails cover on here, which is pretty good. Take Control's a great song. Black Star, that's probably my favorite song. Zombie, that's an alright song. Kamikaze, I preferred the first volume, but it's not too bad. And since I ordered it from the website, I got this card that's signed by the surviving Static X members. So Koichi, Tony, Ken, and Zero. And there's the disc. I know some people have mixed opinions on the recent Static X albums, but I dig them. I think they're pretty good. Like, I prefer Volume 1, but that's just me. Here's the booklet. Some pictures inside. That's cool. I'm glad they're continuing the band. Yeah, dedicated to Wayne Static. Because, you know, a lot of people didn't get a chance to see Static X back in their prime, including myself. So the fact that they're still playing now is pretty good, but, you know, I heard they're putting out a documentary out, which I might check out. I know I got like 4 more CDs to go. Going on for a while, so I'll finish up. Circle of Dust, another CD that my friend gave to me. What is this? Brainchild? Yeah. Kind of like industrial, kind of like rock. Kind of in the vein of Nine Inch Nails, but somehow weirder. And I was like, how can you get more weird than Nine Inch Nails? Oh, you can. Especially the European especially the European industrial metal scene. That's pretty out there. But yeah, Circle of Dust. This is a new metal band from Massachusetts. They're called Carve, excuse me. Anesthetic. This is their one album. Or EP, I should say. It's pretty good, but my favorite song is actually the last song, which is a hidden track. I think this might be the only thing they have ever recorded. Yeah, Carve. Pretty good new metal for its time. It was 2001, yeah. Yeah. If you like some interesting, like, pretty groovy new metal, check out Carve. We got Hell Rules, a tribute to Black Sabbath. Bunch of different metal bands doing Black Sabbath covers, like Society 1 does Who Are You, Infamy does Cornucopia, Rise does Into the Void, Tyrant does Children of the Grave, Hostile Intent does Electric Funeral, and a bunch of other stuff. Debauchery does Paranoid. Pretty interesting tribute album. You know, done by a lot of lesser known bands, with the exception of like Society 1, who it's probably the band I recognize the most on here, because it's a B-side of, you know, stuff. It's a Society 1 B-side. That's kind of like what makes this album for me, but it's not bad. And the last CD we have here is Jack Off Jill with Sexless Demons and Scars. Now this is actually, I only have the disc, I don't have the cover art or the back, so I just printed out the front. I would like a copy of like the front and the back, but for whatever reason Jack Off Jill's CDs go for hundreds, or yeah, about $100, which is freaking nuts. I was actually pretty lucky to find the CD at a record store, like in the dollar bin. So the CD is original, but yeah, would like to find a copy of just the case. I hated Jack Off Jill at one point because of reasons. I didn't get into them, and now I'm totally into them. I hope to get their second album one day, but that's pretty hard to find. Yeah, it's a 1998 pressing. Check out Horrible, My Cat, Sea Dumpster, Angels F, Devil's Kiss, I think that's on this album. Lolly Rot, of course, American Made, yeah. So that's that part of the CD collection. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next part whenever that is. So take care.